Good morning, Max. Here's your machine, the Breville Barista Express BES860 in silver. As you've seen from the photos, it's in good condition, especially for its age. Just light scratches here and here, but nothing major actually, and it really has been taken care of really well. So the machine is on now and it's heated. I'm just going to quickly make a coffee, so a latte in this case. I'm not going to be speaking for too long. I'm going to try to make it brief. If you wanted a full demonstration and a full how-to on this machine, I have another video for you. I'm going to try not to speak at all, because I tend to speak a lot if I do. And I'm going to show you how I sort of calibrate my machines and how I make my coffee. So, blank shot to heat up the system, heat up my handle and heat up my cup. You can do this once or twice, it's up to you really. I think once is enough for now. Dry the portafilter before grinding your coffee. I'm going to be dosing 18 grams into the portafilter. Grind size at number 10 for now. Let's put the dial at 1 o'clock and see how we go. .3 grams, it's fine. Okay, let's try that again and see if we get 9 grams now. It should be 18 because I'm doing the 9 twice. Try to use the freshest coffee that you can. Usually stale coffee or really cheap coffee will give you very low pressures and little crema. So I'm going to flatten this with my palm, and then I'm going to go the full pressure with the temper. Make sure you put firm, even pressure. If you don't have a scale, a good way to know that you have 18 grams, in this case it's 17.5, but that's okay. A good way to know that you have the correct dose is if your temper goes as deep as the silver cap. That's how you know you have the right, in the ballpark range of 17 to 18 grams. And that's after you temp, not before, after. Clean the edges and put it in. Twist it all the way to the right. I've just changed the seal on this one, so it's nice and clean. But you want to twist it all the way to the right. If you can't twist it to the right, at 5 o'clock position, that means you have too much coffee in the handle and you want to reduce that. I'm going to dump the water now. Then I'm going to add a little bit of sugar. Now I'm going to use the scale again to gauge how much coffee I'm getting. I should be doubling the ground coffee into espresso. So if I put 18 grams here in the handle, I want to get about 36 grams of liquid espresso. You can let the machine do its thing. So these buttons are actually programmable. You can hold the program button, and this will reset the settings to factory. So this will be giving you about 30 grams. This will be giving you 60 grams of water. So 60 grams of coffee. Personally, I find that a little bit too long for an espresso. So I'm going to make it a little bit shorter by reprogramming it. And that's quite easy. So you want to pour the coffee, prepare the coffee, etc., etc., and then put your cup under and start making the coffee. So the way you do that is, the way you program is you press program and then you press the button and you want to program. I'm going to be aiming for about here, which is what I usually get for 40 grams, 35 to 40 grams of coffee. And you want to pay attention to the timing, how quickly this happens, and you want to pay attention to the flow. The pressure is also quite important. You want it to be around 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock is okay. It's a very nice flow in here. Exactly 12 o'clock, which I'm happy with. It's a little bit quicker than I was expecting. That's okay. It's about 15 seconds here. So usually I would aim for 20 seconds. 20 seconds for me to get my correct dose. This did it in 15. So the next step is, I'm going to try this again. Well, you want to try this again at grind size number 8, for example. Yeah, that's good enough for me, to be honest. But if you want to slow this down, you want to either use fresher coffee, because this is not the freshest coffee, I'm just using supermarket beans. So usually fresh coffee will give you very easy results. Or you can try grinding a little bit finer, so perhaps grind size number 8. Giving the machine exactly 18 grams of coffee, and then trying that again. Yeah, that's more than satisfactory, to be honest. You saw, it was nice smooth flow. It has good crema. It smells really good as well. Okay, let's do the milk now. I'm going to turn on the steam. Usually it takes about 10-15 seconds to warm up. Here's the milk jug, by the way, but I'm going to be using my personal milk jug just to keep this one clean. As you saw, about 15 seconds until steam starts coming out. Give it about 5 more seconds and it'll get actually stronger. And by the way, it'll give you about 5 seconds when you turn it off, and then if you don't go back to steam, it'll cool down. But I'm going to keep turning it on. I'm just trying to talk through the technique. Full pressure. Steam wand at an angle, trying to spin the milk in a vortex, keeping the tip close to the surface to inject, to incorporate air into the milk. And then after doing this, you can just raise the milk to stop the aeration and simply spin it around until it's hot enough. So I'm going to wait until I can't touch the jug for more than half a second, which is usually what I aim for, about 60 Celsius, when it's too hot to touch. And then, this is really important, purge the wand, just to clean it on the inside. And then grab a wet towel and wipe it straight away. The machine is cooling down now. And it's ready to make another coffee now, when you see the buttons light up. What I like to do after my coffee session, I like to run a blank shot again. This time to clean things up. Make sure you wipe it clean. So a blank shot after you take the coffee out, knock it off. Just a blank shot. Sorry, the mailman came. Yeah, so just a blank shot. Really quickly. This will clean your group head and your handle. That's it. The machine is ready to be turned off. Or if you want, you can make another coffee. It really is up to you. Yeah, I'm sure you'll love it. It's really easy to use. After a few days of learning it, if you don't know how to use it already. Yeah, hopefully you won't have any issues in the next few years. If you do, feel free to message me. I know how to repair these things. Hopefully you won't need anything because I've done the service. It's fully clean now on the inside, and obviously no leaks, and it's actually immaculate on the inside for its age. I'm really happy about this one, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.